inside the purist. Prove it, prove it.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Overwatch Clash Season 11, Week number 1. It is Saturday, the first Saturday of the season, and we have a lot of games for you tonight. First one starting with the Shattered Island Skylanders taking on the Kokomo Keyblade Masters. My name is Nave, joined alongside Dish. Dish, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm very happy to be here. This is my first cast for Aurora, so I'm very excited. I'm ready to get the season started.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see what we
Can't
have
wait
going
for
on.
this game as well. Starting with the map picks, the Keyblade Masters got the first choice due to Seikana being the lower SR captain. They chose to take us to Lijiang Tower. And the first ban by the Skylanders was Sim, followed up by the Orisa ban. So how do you think about these bans?
I think they're interesting. So we know Onshore Rook is a Ram player. Ram is pretty good right now. Ram just got buffed mid-season patch last week or this week. And the Orisa ban, I don't know if they're going to be playing much Orisa, so I'm curious to see how that plays out. Maybe they're saving the Ram ban for later in the series. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's possible they want to save it. Orisa, you would think it's weird because like Orisa is one of the heroes you want to play into Ram. It's like I feel like one of Ram's main counters. You can spear away that block. So I mean, maybe they have a plan for it. Not entirely certain. The kind of thing around this Keyblade Masters team is their 2 tank players they're gonna have. We're expecting to see today with Silver Tulls and Big Brain, 2 people you would traditionally classify as support players.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested if they're just gonna try to take the Ram mirror head on. Sim's banned. I think Sim is pretty good with the Ram comp. Maybe the Skylanders are not very Sim oriented. They don't have a lot of Sim players on their team. We know Koshla is on the team. We know he's gonna probably whip out the Junkrat, especially indoors. So yeah, I guess we'll see what comps come out here. I am expecting the Ram at least from one team, but we'll see what the Keyblade Masters cook up.
Yeah. One other thing to note about the game tonight is we are going to have at least one ringer. Oh, sorry, the screen just seems to be broken. I'm not sure why this is. Hold on. Well, this was supposed to be a nice ringer screen. Instead, it's just blank. What it's supposed to say is that we're going to have Psy ringing for Cherry Man Cake for the Skylanders. So, you know, that's something interesting. Week 1, it's always difficult, right, to see, like, say how, you know, the team is, and having a ringer right away, you don't really even get to have the main roster there for the first game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, you could see it both ways. It's also like they're a new team, so they're probably not fully synergized well. So I think maybe a ringer like later in the season might be even more hurtful for the team. But with this early ringer, Psy, known good player in Aurora, so I'm not very worried about like how much it will affect their game.
I think it'll be. I mean, it's definitely a very competent player, I would say. Psy, super flexible.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely really solid player, good comms, and I think it'll be good for them. Sorry, we are running a little bit late. One of the players for the Skylanders isn't quite in the lobby yet, so we're just waiting for them to arrive, and then we can jump right into the map. We do have the lineup for the Keyblade Masters. It is going to be Big Brain Tank to start for map number 1.
Yeah, I'm very curious. I feel like there's a lot of players that are kind of flexing to different roles this season. A lot of people are kind of playing off roles, kind of, you know, experimenting with their comps as we do get the final player on the Skylanders in. So we'll be starting, very soon. There we go.
Yes, I believe we are getting into the lobby now. As we go, map number 1 here between the Shattered Island. Shattered Island. Wait, what is it? I cannot even say this name.
It's a tongue twister.
Shattered
It is a
Island
tongue
Skylanders.
twister.
Is that it? Did I get it right?
Yeah, Shattered Island Skylanders. That is correct.
I did it. It only took me 3 tries. And the Kokomo Keyblade Masters here. Lijiang Tower. Orisa ban, Sim ban, and Antra Rook hovering the Mauga to start here.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of the opposite of what we thought. Um, the Keyblade Master's starting on the Ram, and Antra Rook is actually on the Mauga. But looking at the rest of the team, it's actually kind of what I expected. You got Koslaw on the Junk, sides on Kiri. They do have the Ana on the side of um the Skylanders, so
Yeah,
let's see how
as we
this
enter
plays out.
into Control Center, probably the best point for Junkrat, maybe in all of Overwatch, you would say, right? So,
Yeah,
you know, Koshala trying to show off what he does here, but Sekana picked early, or gets a pick early onto Sai. Not going to mess that up at all throughout the series. So,
yeah, if
good
it's just
start
like in
here
a
for
small
the Keyblade
corridor.
Masters.
Small corridor, just throw a bunch of nades in there. It's kind of like same as the Junkrat on the other side. Get a quick pick there.
Yeah, point
Now they have
unlocking
control.
now. Trying to get this cap to start here, though. Early Wraith form forced from Bonesy there, so he can't quite go aggressive. Antra Rook looking for the slam onto Big Brain, not going to be able to find it, but Koshlaw gets the first pick back onto Zekana, getting that one back. Trapped is Big Brain here. Slam coming through from onshore right on top of the Ramatra, going to take that one out. And even though they got the first cap, the flip comes right away.
Yeah, battle of the poke here. We got both DPS throwing nades, throwing bombs, just getting picks in the back line. This is a great pick. And then just easy clean up on the side of the Skylanders.
This Quick's TPing around to the outside here, trying to fight Koshlaw, but the Junkrat, you know, in these tight spaces, you maybe favor that one though. Onshore Rook gonna slide back, and Bonesy actually gets the better of the Reaper duel. It's a 2k for the Reaper, actually, now giving Big Brain the backshot slam onto the head at 3k for the Reaper, and a quick fight win with the help of that Nano from Yarn Ball.
Yeah, and if you just look at the percentage of the ult, Bonesy is already 93% to Blade versus the 36. Well, did they have a swap? They might have had a swap on the side of the Keyblade Masters, but they're being very aggressive on the side of the Skylanders. And oh, there's swap over to the Mauga.
Yeah, the
Another
Bonesy
team.
already has the Death Blossom, but the nice anti there from Silvertulls just shuts that one down. Big Brain, a lot of trouble, gonna try to charge away, should be able to survive. Now get this healing back up, and now be able to walk forward here, 4v5. The Death Blossom not getting the value that they were looking for here. Sai with the Kitsune Rush in hand, so we'll see if the Skylanders try to invest with this one, or are they gonna give it up? Sekana though, first with this Battle Bot, Sai the target, TP away, but it's a nice anti-nade onto Onshore Rook. Suzu's gonna keep him alive for now. Tyre gets taken out by Nesquix, and now the cap starts to come through here. BattleBot's over, and now the Kitsune Rush for both teams coming out. See if anyone can get the pick, and it actually is gonna be Sekana. Onshore Rook falling soon after, and the cap's gonna come right through.
Yeah, big ult fight there from the Keyblade Masters. They rushed the point. They won the rush duel. Onshore Rook cut off a little bit from his supports. Got a little too low. Cardiac couldn't save him.
Silvertulls has this nano boost in hand. Onshore Rook with this cage, but Bonesy is in early. Suzu forced, though, by Captain Rex. And so maybe an opportunity. Cage online, but Big Brain gets the nano boost. See, Nesquik's already taken down. Counter Cage coming out here for Big Brain. Onshore Rook in a lot of trouble. No healing, cut off from his supports. And so the tank advantage now for the Keyblade Masters. Koshlaw nowhere to go on point. Big Brain is going to fall, but the number boost still favors
going
them.
for
Nano
this.
boost trying to keep it going.
Oh my
Bonesy
God!
with the Death Blossom trying to claim the fight. 3k, 4k for Bonesy. Make it 5!
Oh my God!
The Reaper's popping off.
What a play from Bonesy. His Reaper is just going crazy in this first map.
Yeah, put that one in the top 10 clips of the week, TC. That's going in there for sure. Bonesy getting the flip right back. 90% now for the Skylanders. Last chance for the Keyblade Masters to make something work. Nesquix has this Death Blossom TPing into the back line, looking for Sai, TP away, and Big Brain's already down. Does get the pickup onto Sai. Death Blossom still in hand, but it's a nice slam from Onshore Rook. Make sure the Nesquix has no chance to use that ultimate. Now it's only the supports here for the Keyblade Masters. One more slam here from Onshore Rook. The help of Bonesy should get it done in the first round, going the way of the Skylanders.
With a nice boop off point to finish it off. The value Bonesy is getting on Reaper is insane. He's just cutting off basically the entire team from their Mauga, so Onshore Rook gets the easy advantage over their Mauga and then gets picked early, and he's doing some crazy stuff in the back.
Yeah, stat check right now. Bonesy's 15-1
Okay.
with 6.4k damage in
4
4
damage in a
4
Malga
minutes,
right
20
now.
seconds. Yeah, Bonesy is absolutely carrying this game. He's going crazy
He
with
is doing great. He is swapping off the Reaper though. Maybe it looks like he is on the Soldier for the time being. Maybe a little longer range, play on the bridge, play around White Room. Try to poke him out a little more. See how this works out.
Yeah, excited as we move over to Gardens. No swaps for the Keyblade Masters. That Soldier pickup for the Skylanders, and Bonesy's actually going to go completely separate here. The rest of the Skylanders taking the rotate through White Room. Bonesy with Sai over here on the bridge. So Ansharuk is kind of set up on the point now. Actually, Seikana did swap over to the Pharah, so potentially a slower look with this Pharah. Bonesy in a lot of trouble. Seikana pumping in those rockets. What the pocket from Sai is going to make sure they aren't going to go down. Now, as the point unlocks, Seikana going to go down. Does trade out Bonesy though, but you'll probably take that one SR-wise. Nesquix gets antied. Suzu keep him alive, and a counter anti onto Koshla. Doesn't matter though, as he picks up the kill onto Nesquix anyways. Onshore Rook slept for a short time there. Does going to get back up, and we have a very even fight. As Onshore Rook's going for the slam here. Anti onto Big Brain is very good. Suzu misses from Captain Rex. So Big Brain just has to get up, try to save his life. And they got the cap. Cap's gonna go right back through here. Onshore Rook slammed in. Silvertall's going down. And so it should be massive advantage now for the Skylanders.
It's messy first fight there. There's picks left and right. Bonesy cleaning up. The Pharah swap picked right away. Going back on the Reaper. The Soldier. Yeah, just another swap over to Sojourn. And Freya, which I find pretty interesting. Also just got buffed in the mid-season patch. I think she's pretty nasty right now.
Big Brain just kind of walks up and I don't know what that was. Just kind of died. So maybe
the DPS on the side of the Skylanders are playing very well.
Yarn Ball takes the head off of the GM Ana. Maybe a little Ana diff there. Who's the Diamond and who's the GM?
There's 3 ults, basically 4 ults on the side of the Skylanders now. It's a big ult fight coming up. 3 ults on the side of the Keyblade Masters. Let's just see how they take advantage of them.
Counter slam here, nano boost onto both Malgas, cage out, but Bonesy has gone in the backline with this visor, picks up 2, looking for more onto Silvertall's punch will get it done. Captain Rex does get his 1, but it's not going to matter as the rest of his team has fallen down. Big Brain swapping to the Wrecking Ball, maybe a last desperation here, 80%. He's going in a bit early though. Not really sure why he's up this early.
It was a little early. They do have the rush on the side of the Keyblade Master, so there is a chance they could get back in here, but the ball is just down.
Good trade by Seikana, slam in by Onshore Rook, and more actually rotate as Seikana has made their way over to this point here. Bola not going to connect. Koshla gets that 1 kill. Captain Rex soon to follow. Big Brain's coming back, but it's only him and Nesquix, and a nice Deadeye from Koshla. Gonna finish off that overclock, trying to get something done. 1 more slam from Onshore Rook should do it. And a much better second round for the Skylanders as they're gonna take map number 1.
Yeah. I think it was just all the DPS on the side of the Skylanders. Bonesy with some huge ultimates. And Koshal getting picks left and right as well, so.
Yeah, really impressive from this team. Of course, they did have that 1 trade after the draft. They didn't really have quite a legal roster, but now looking like a great team. So excited to see what they got for us in the rest of the series, and excited to see how the Keyblade Masters respond. But for now, we're going to go to a short little break. Don't go anywhere. More Overwatch Clash continues after this. Welcome back, everybody, to Overwatch Clash Season 11, Week number 1. Shatter Island Skylanders looked very good in map number 1 as they took a confident 2-0 victory on Lijiang Tower. Keyblade Masters choose to take us over to Circuit Royale for map number 2, banning away that Mercy after the first ban by the Skylanders, which was that Sigma.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they switch things up here. Circuit Royale, totally different map, totally different play style. They even switched up the tanks on the side of the Keyblade Master Silvertalls, moving over to tank, and Big Brain going back to the support.
Yeah, so we'll see how these this different tank looks work. What the heck? You see that? Like 6th player there? It was kind of odd. I don't know if you saw that.
We're changing to 6v6 mid-match.
Yeah. And we're also going to have a Maneki coming in here for the Skylanders with Yarn Ball moving over to DPS. Of course, one of the new rules that was added last season was that whatever your main role is, you are required to play at least one map of that every series. Yarn Ball main role is DPS, so we're going to get to see them at least for this one map every series. So here we are on Circuit Royale with Yarn Ball DPS.
Yeah, and the Maneki Bonzi duo apparently is something to behold, so let's see how this works out for the Skylanders and the Keyblade Masters as we see a Zarya and a Ram.
Yeah, we'll see how this this Zarya is here. Not a pick you would see too much of on Circuit Royale, but we'll see if they can make it work. Silvertalls, just for now, just kind of shooting out Big Brain. Already got the 60 energy, so, you know, you just be careful with the HP. But high energy, you would expect them to do well in these sort of longer fights.
Yeah, the Silvertall Zarya is a very scary thing. As you can see, they'll pick onto Yarn Ball early.
Yeah. Onron, another pick you don't really see too much of on Circuit Royale. Just kind of range problems here. You know, very similar to Venture. Like, they want to play in these small room side angles, but it's kind of hard to do that on a map like Circuit Royale. So linear. Bonesy in a lot of trouble as well, getting beamed down by the fully charged Zarya of Silvertalls. So it's another pick here for the Keyblade Masters, and looking like a very nice first point attack so far.
Yeah, playing this also into a Mizuki, which I think is a very strong pick here. Can get some really valuable chains as the point looks like it's going to be quickly taken by the Keyblade Masters.
Yeah, very nice start for the Keyblade Masters on this map, and so many ults in the tank as well. I mean, Silvertalls is the grab, but Ayo already coming up to this Ebola, and Big Brain has the Kitsune Rush as well.
Yeah, we're already getting some swaps over here on the side of the Skylanders, as you see in the top. Going over the Soj, I think it's a little better. I think it's a little better than Lanron. Get some range, poke them out a little bit. They have a lot of poke potential with their DPS line on the side of the Keyblade Masters, so...
But Nesquix maybe with a little bit more, you know, poke than the Soj can offer, getting the first pick there onto Maneki. Now, with even the Bob in hand, so many options. Onshore Rook falling just kind of far up. No speed boost from the speed ring to let him, you know, back up quick enough. Just going to go down. And second point looking to be just as fast as first.
They didn't even use any ults. That's like something you have to point out. There's 5 ults on the side of the Keyblade Masters still, as they pop a one here.
Yeah, Sai going in with this Kitsune Rush, Ebola out from Ayo as well. They're just going to run over Onshore Rook as they get the cap. 5 minutes and 30 seconds in the time bank here
Yeah.
for the Keyblade Masters. Yarn Ball
It's a heavy
does get
time
a
bank.
nice pick from Big Brain. Hopefully this is where they can try to stabilize here and actually mount a defense.
Right, so they used 2 ults to take that point. They wanted to secure it. Now is where they gotta flip the script on the side of the Skylanders. They have ults, and they're going in.
Solo grab onto Onshore Rook. Bonesy tried to use that Molten Core to counter it out, but to no avail. The tank falls down. Once again, Nesquix with 2 more quick headshots onto the support line of the Skylanders. Yarn Ball surely going to go down here as well. And it seems like this train is not stopping anytime soon. Bonesy going to swap over to the Genji. Maybe this is what they need to get themselves back into it. Though, for once, they're looking like maybe having ult advantage. Yarn Ball close to this overclock, and they have both support ults in hand.
You have both support outs. Bob getting thrown into the back.
And
As
Bonesy
Antra
does
Rook
get the
is-
pick onto
no.
Nesquix. You know, Nesquix does, from beyond the grave, with the help of Bob, get one back. And Antra Rook in a lot of trouble, just going to go down to the Bob as well. Who needs to be alive? Bob's going to do all the work for you. There's only 3 members now for the Skylanders. Sai going to have to use this Kitsune Rush on point. Who else can touch? No one can get there. And it's a 4-minute, 5-second time bank from the Keyblade Masters.
So this is what happens when you change comps and you change maps completely to a different style. Anything could happen. Now it went from Skylanders being dominant, now Keyblade Masters with a dominant push with 4 minutes on the time bank. I'm very curious to see how the Skylanders respond. What do you think is like? What do you think is a key here for the Skylanders? What do you think they could swap? What do you think they could do to stop this Zarya from just running them down?
I mean, it's hard to say, right? Because I think these, well, the ban from the Keyblade Masters, right? This Mercy ban, Maneki, known for being primarily a Mercy player, so you know
Right.
it takes away some of your options, as well as the map pick, right? Onshore Rook, we saw in map 1 how good the Ramatra was, and or not the Ramatra, the sorry, the Mauga
Mauga.
was, and you can't really play Mauga on this map, and so the Keyblade Masters have really done a good job of taking away the options that the Skylanders have to work with here. I would like the Skylanders to swap up this DPS line. I think starting on Onron Torb definitely doesn't help you. You know,
Yes.
Bonesy, he played a good Reaper map number 1. Even the Soldier was fine. So if he has the Soldier in hand, I'm sure he can find some hit scan to play. Maybe even playing Soldier here is not like terrible. And I already like this a little bit better. The Mei, I think, is a very, very strong pick on this map. Genji works well with the Zarya, the Bubbles, Bubble Blade, especially with the Ana here, maybe some Nano Blade stuff.
Yeah, I'm interesting to see how Captain Rex responds to the situation, because I think you could punish Genji pretty hard with Mizuki, but Bonesy going in early.
Let's get the
Gets a
bubble,
bubble.
there. Looking to get kill onto Nesquix, but it's actually Ao who falls down first. Nesquix does get the kill with the help of the dynamite there, but it's just a 1-for-1 trade, and Antra Rook has full charge on this bridge here.
Do get control of this corner early, which is sometimes hard to get in.
Yeah, and actually, Nesquik still over on this the statue side is gonna have to coach gun away. She'll be able to survive this one, but it's a nice anti-nade from Maneki. Just completely shuts down Silvertall's there. So maybe the opportunity now for the Skylanders. Yarnball gets another, and that's gonna be a really fast point A cap.
Yeah, already looking better with this DPS comp. Really good bubble onto Bonesy. He got them super low, so they had to back up and use a lot of resources, and then Silvertall just blew up. That's basically just what happened. Silvertall blew up.
Sorry, chat. I was spectating Antra Rook for a little bit here, and there was a comment that always sticks in my mind. I forget who said it, but someone said, whenever you're spectating Antra Rook, it feels like you're taking the damage in real life, just the way he wiggles his mouse, and it's so funny to me, and it's so true.
That's a funny observation. I gotta watch that more.
Nano boost actually onto Onshore Rook here, so we're gonna watch him a little bit more, just beaming down Captain Rex. This fully charged Zarya with the nano boost. So how are you gonna stop this one? Completely melts down the Keyblade Masters, and
is it possible to get a better time bank?
It might be. It's looking that way.
Maybe not the best defensive holds on this map. Some good ults on both sides coming up, but advantage with the Skylanders.
Yeah, it was I think it was a 5-minute 30 cap for the Keyblade Masters, and this is a 5-minute 50-second cap for the Skylanders. Sorry, I said Keyblade Masters, the first one. So already a little bit ahead, and still 4 ults in the bank. Kitsune Rush out here from Big Brain, but it's a ginormous grab, actually, catching a few members. But his trade's going to be for both sides here. Still anyone's chance to win this fight. No block here for Yarnball, in a lot of trouble. Does have the wall, trying to escape. Silvertall's is going to be able to hold this down. So they do get the stabilization. They do get a fight win here. Cost of Kitsune Rush, but you'll take that for the grab, and grab out from Silvertall's in response here. And
that should be a quick fight there for the side of the Keyblade Masters. I think it was even though it was a really big grab on the side of Onshore Rook, I think he was a little bit deep. There's not really much to follow up on. Bonesy pulling the blade early and getting picked, so the sports were just kind of stuck main.
Yeah. So it will not be a faster time bank for the Skylanders, but hopefully they can still get, you know, some time bank out of this. You know,
Plenty of time to work with.
You know, a lot of time to work with here, and some ults as well. Sai, Yarnball, Maneki already coming up with this nano boost again. Maybe we'll see another nano boosted Ana, or not nano boosted Ana, nano boosted Zarya. Suzu forced early here. It's going to be the blizzards from both teams. Onshore Rook is frozen, trying to stay alive, not going to be able to do so. Nesquik's used the block, so they had nowhere to go. And so it is a one-for-one trade, but one team losing their Zarya, you'd imagine it favors the defense here. Silvertall's in a little bit of trouble.
Oh?
Yarnball trying to make this happen. And actually, the TP from Big Brain. Bones is going to pick up both of them. Maybe a little overextension here for the Keyblade Masters. Yeah, and Bones is going to get a 3K. And even though they lost their Zarya early in that fight, they're going to make it work and get through this choke.
Hey, Yarnball just walked down a fully charged Zar. That's just crazy. And Bonesy just getting the kills. Looking at the ults here, we do have Cage. We have a lot of ults actually coming up on the side of the Keyblade Masters. We have a couple here on the side of the Skylanders, but they got to be really good with them if they want to secure this right now.
Though, when Bonesy gets a first pick, this Kitsune rush is super early, and it catches even more members. It's actually just going to be a complete wipe. Ayo didn't have a chance to use that overclock, and both support ults just coming a little too late for the Keyblade Masters. And so the cap is going to come here now for the Skylanders. It is 59 seconds slower, but still, that was like capping with 3 minutes on the clock, so still really impressive attack.
Yeah. Very good attacks from both sides. Good adaptation by the side of the Skylanders. I think their comp made more sense, and it worked very well. Some key picks there from Bonesy. It could have went either way there at the end, I think, because they were so close on ultimate. Silvertoes was 95% on grab. Just that early pick just made them, you know, press the go button, and then they just ran over the team. Very good.
As we start the extra rounds here, 2 minutes versus 2 minutes 59 seconds. We'll see if both teams, how far these attacks go. You know, this is actually kind of interesting because a lot of these times when one team finishes with a lot of time, if the other team finishes at all, it's usually with like less than a minute. And so you usually have these massive disparities in the time banks where one team is like 4 minutes, the other one has like 1. But in this case, I mean, it's fairly even with both teams having, you know, 2+ minutes on hand. So, you know, we'll see if how far we can go.
If I missed something, there is another on-run on defense. Is this something I've missed? Is this like a strategy or?
If you missed it, I also missed it. That's all. I haven't seen this before ever. Ayo already using the dance there to stay alive. Suzu force. Bonesy looking for the kill. Not gonna be able to quite get it. Bubble as well onto Ayo. It's actually Onshore Rook who may be in a little trouble. Anti-nade forced, but it's actually Yarnball who gets the first with a nice icicle headshot onto Nesquix. So the Skylanders continuing their strong momentum they had from the end of their attack, getting right through this first corner and looking for more trades potentially.
Ayo very aggressive on the side of this Keyblade Masters as they get picked, and now full retreat.
Yeah, I think that's a massive mistake there by the Keyblade Masters. You know, they were down 1, and they chose to continue fighting. And what's now going to happen here is that they're just going to continue to take this fight like 3v5, but maybe it doesn't matter if Nesquik just gets a kill.
Yeah, it's a big kill. Full charge both Zaryas, got to keep him up.
Bonesy is stuck behind, by the way. Bonesy is...
Oh.
I don't think they know he's here.
They don't. Let's see if he can get a pick off onto the Juno here. He's kind of just like creeping in the back line. He's waiting for his team to regroup. Their Mei is still walking back from spawn a little bit.
Yeah. It's a nice, smart decision here. Now it's going to reveal himself looking for a pick, just dashes back to the team. So no, he doesn't go for anything too crazy. Just gonna live, but it's a nice grab wall there from Yarnball just to make sure everyone stays alive, as well as the Suzu and the Biotic Grenade. So everyone survives through this one, but Ancharook needs to be a little bit careful. Didn't quite understand how much health he had there. Nano boost onto Bonesy here. Nano Blade, maybe the opportunity here for the Keyblade Masters. But Bonesy gets one. It's not going to be enough. Now Blizzard, last ditch effort here for the Skylanders. Doesn't quite freeze anyone besides the Cassidy. So Silvertolls is going to be able to clean this one up. And they're going to get held here on first point.
Yeah, I think there's a slight missed opportunity there from the Skylanders. I really thought they were just gonna roll through first point after those two like crucial picks that they got, but Keyblade Masters holding strong, held that point strong. And now they have basically 3 minutes to push it to the end of first. So it could go either way, honestly. First, you could get full held, or you could roll through it.
Yeah, it's such an odd fight that was, right? Because it's like you had AO going down quite late. And so for the longest time, the Skylanders were just up a person. But instead of like pushing it really hard, they kind of just sat around and allowed the Keyblade Masters to kind of stabilize. Nesquik gets that pick. And then in the following fight there, they do a fantastic job of living through the grab. But then Ancharook doesn't, he doesn't kind of reset it back.
Yeah,
Both
they needed
supports had to
cooldowns
use
back.
like every cooldown, right? He had to use all the bubbles,
Right.
every cooldown just to stay alive. And so he really needed to just kind of chill out for a little bit, then re-engage.
Right,
But
they had
instead he
Nano
goes
Blade, they had
down, right?
Freeze,
So-
they had everything in their pocket to take that second point, but unfortunately they couldn't do it. But let's see how they could do now on defense as Keyblade Masters attacks.
It's very holdable though. First point, Circuit
Very.
Rail, many holds in the past. So we'll see what they have for us here. Big Brain though.
That doesn't help.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Oh,
Maybe as
what?
well. Bonesy
Traded
once
back.
again on the flank. He's gone back to this Reaper. It was so phenomenal. Map number 1. So it's gonna trade the Kiriko. And so one extra support here for the Skylanders, but they're just gonna keep backing up. Ancharook actually took a lot of damage. TP in for Bonesy. Maybe looking for something. Does get the bubble forced. Anti-nade onto Silvertolls, but they're not gonna be able to follow up on any of that damage.
Yeah, looks like the fight's gonna be around the last corner now as Bonesy goes in back and just gets a pick.
Yeah, and so
Silvertolls
many
low.
low health bars. Even though he goes down here, Silvertolls still really low. Ancharook bubbles in hand, just trying to beam down this Kiriko, TP away. Yarnball though, not so lucky. And with Psy falling as well, it's a huge problem now for the Skylanders. And that might just do it. Maneki, nowhere really to go. It's only Bonesy left. How much can this Reaper really do? 1v5 here on point. TP in. No, he missed the TP! Oh. Does get one touch, but that's not going to be enough. And the Keyblade Masters going to win map number 2 and even up this series.
Yeah, it was a great map. Big care from the side of the Keyblade Masters to keep Silvertolls alive there, and then they just beamed them down.
Yeah, I like the change of styles here. The Silvertolls tank was so impressive there, and we'll see what other comps they have for us this rest of this series. But for now, we're gonna go to a short little break. Afterwards, map number 3. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody, to Overwatch Clash Season 11, Week number 1, Map number 3. We're all tied up 1-1, Shatter Island Skylanders and Kokomo Keyblade Masters as we move over to Suravasa here. And we're going back to the rosters we had from map number 1. Bans on this map are going to be the Mauga ban coming out here from the Keyblade Masters and the May ban in response.
Yeah, not very surprising. Mauga ban makes sense. They were very dominant on the Mauga in map 1 on Lijiang, especially with the Reaper. And then the May ban, I think that also makes sense. I think the May was working out very well for the Keyblade Masters and probably gonna have a like Ram or Zarya look as we see the comps now. So yeah, I think it like makes a lot of sense. I'm curious if Bonesy can put up the same performance that he did on Lijiang on Suravasa, another map where I think Reaper can do a lot of damage, and I'm interested to see how the Keyblade Masters respond to it.
Yeah, see, Yarnball actually staying on the Ana here, so it's going to be no speed for the Skylanders.
Yeah, double flex is an interesting look. They do have 2 really good bubble targets on the side of the Skylanders.
Yeah, but Sai, Nesquik's once again getting the first picks. It's a common story, you know, throughout this series. This Cass has been such a strong pick in the meta for a while now. Hit scan so strong, gets that first pick over onto the Kiriko and gonna set up a first point cap here for the Keyblade Masters.
Yeah, speed is a very important tool to use, especially on Flashpoint. So I'm interested to see if they're gonna stay on this double flex. It looks like they are for now. I suppose he TP's out, gets up very low.
Okay, yeah, Coastlaw does swap over the cast though. I think this is a necessary swap. If you're gonna play a double flex, if you're gonna play double flex DPS, right, you really need speed to help them engage. But now the hit scan from Coastlaw, I do like this swap. So we'll see if it's exactly what they need here, as the Skylanders look to walk up. But once again, Nesquik's just getting the first pick.
Sorry, huge pick. Sage does get slept in the back line. Although they barely live with like 5 HP. Big Brain goes down there to Coastlaw.
Yeah, so another Cassidy from the other team this time getting the pick. Maybe this guy a little bit more than just a junk player. High Noon out from Nesquik's isn't going to find anything. It's actually Coastlaw who found a second pick though onto Seikana. And so the cat coming through and the rest of the Keyblade Masters sent running.
This is the battle of the Cassidys right now. We're getting picks left and right from both of them. There we go, another pick.
Yeah, seems like these are the only 2 people in the entire lobby that matter right now, is these 2 Cassidys. Whichever one can get the most picks is going to win the fight. Nano Boost out onto Onshore Rook here is going to trade. Both Casses down. So now it's time for the rest of the team to show what they can do in this fight. Big Brain with a huge slow there is going to clean this one up. Kept coming back through. And 88% should mean that the Keyblade Masters going to get this first point.
Yeah, not my favorite Nano. Didn't really have a target to walk on. And they just had a Ram in front of him. And he couldn't really do anything. He had shield up. He had form still. So with that, the Keyblade Masters move on to second point with both support ults, and we're coming up on 4 ults on the side of the Skylanders.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do with these ults in hands. Bonesy going in with the bubble, just going with that Blossom, is going to pick up Seikana, and Big Brain actually in a lot of trouble, so it's a 2K for the Reaper. Coastlaw gets the better of Nesquik's with that one, and so it should be the Skylanders getting this first cap here on the second point.
The classic Zarya Reaper combo pulled strong there.
Yeah, crucially, super cheap fight, right? Only use one.
Yeah, only one ult. Only one ult. That's huge. Although there's still 5 on the side of the Keyblade Masters coming into the next fight.
See what they want to go with first. Is it going to be the beat engage, or maybe it's the Kitsune Rush as well? Actually, going to be the High Noon from Nesquik's over on the side. Bonesy using the Wraith right in front of it. so it's not going to be any real target, but it's actually a huge grab from Onshore. Rook catches 4 members. Seikana, though, with their own spree in the backline, is going to get 3 instead. Onshore Rook soon to fall, surely. Coastlaw last alive, and so the flip coming through. A fantastic spree there from Seikana gets the winner in the fight.
There's an alt fest there on that fight there. There's 4 alts on the side of the Keyblade Masters used, 3 alts on the side of, or actually 4 alts, I think, also on the side of the Skylanders, as Onshore Rook swaps to the Ram.
Yeah, I don't think it's too surprising. I mean, Ram into Czar is a bit of, it's a tough matchup. Bonesy swapping over to the the Soldier. We saw on map number 1, Onshore Rook taking a lot of damage. That bike from Seikana just getting thrown in. Is going to go now with this form, just looking to punch out Big Brain, but Big Brain has this Annihilation in hand, choosing to pop it, trying to walk down Onshore Rook, Nano Boost onto the Ramatra, but I don't know if it's better than the Annihilation. Perhaps not. Nesquik's getting the first. Big Brain is finally going to go down, but it's still a numbers advantage for the Keyblade Masters. Onshore Rook trying to block slap for his life, is going to get the Suzu and the pocket from Sai. So the tank is alive, but still the Keyblade Masters are up 1 member.
And with the point going to 90%, they do have to go in here. So kind of getting caught out in the back.
Huge pick there for the Skylanders. Bonesy making that one count. Big Brain going super deep in the back line, looking for a kill. It's just going to end up costing him his own life. Silvertall's also kind of caught here as well. So they are going to get this flip. No ultimates used, and they have some in the bank here for this last fight.
Yeah, both teams coming up and some key ultimates. I'm interested to see if they'll build them in time for this point, because this is going to be the last fight for the point, and we're 80% to both support alts on the side of the Keyblade Masters. A huge pick.
Yeah, ginormous. Once again, the Cassidy getting the first pick here. Onshore Rook in a lot of trouble. 99% to the Annihilation. Can he get it? Just gets it off in time. Coastlaw died in that Deadeye. Then Bonesy going in now with the visor, trying to clean the fight, but Nesquik shuts that one down. Kitsune Rush just gonna secure it and make sure that they're gonna win this fight. 2 points in, 2 points down in favor of the Keyblade Masters, and that was an expensive fight for the Skylanders to lose.
Yeah. I saw Silvertall's at 99 to beat, and I was like, oh, I think the Skylanders might have this, and then they brought it back. Some really good ultimates. And now Skylanders have a little uphill battle here with the alt economy.
Looks like the Keyblade Masters are going to try to take this rotate, get to the point as quick as possible here. Big Brain still looking to brawl, maybe a little far away from his team, forces Silvertolls to use that beat just to make sure the Ramatra stays alive. Not what you want to do with that one, because now Sai, he's got the Kitsune Rush, the advantage on point. Silvertolls going down first. Seikana using the spree in the backline does get one on the side, but it's a sleep from Yarnball. Gonna shut down the Shion, and the first cap here surely in favor of the Skylanders. Nano Boost just to secure it onto Onshore Rook there.
Okay, now is gonna be a big fight for the Skylanders, because now they don't have anything. They have to get this high noon as fast as they can. They're 70%. Big Brain's gonna have Annihilation. They're gonna have their own high noon coming into this. Let's just see how this plays out.
Yeah, it looks like the Skylanders choosing to set up kind of on this low ground. You see Coastlaw alone on the high ground there. So all of the Keyblade Masters taking this rotate now. Bonesy, he's going to be forced off this angle, and there's no way he can stay there. And yeah, sure enough, he's going to go down. Coastlaw using the high noon, trying to get anything. Then Big Brain peeks it! I thought he was safe behind the fountain there, but no, Coastlaw is going to get the back end. Maybe Ramatra's butt too big. I don't know what it was, but he gets the kill. And 80% here, it's looking like the Skylanders are going to find their way back in this map.
Yeah, that was actually a big mistake by Big Brain there. Now that Skylanders might be back into this map. Alt economy is still slightly in the favor of the Keyblade Masters. They still have Annihilation. They're coming up with the Rush soon. Bonesy coming up with the visor. Had some big ultimates before. Needs a big ultimate now.
field. Onshore Rook looking to walk up. Nesquik's going with that high noon, but the shield from Onshore Rook just allowed Bonesy to just shoot him down. Big Brain going with the Annihilation in the backline, trying to look for kills. Onshore Rook turning around, peeling, didn't quite save his teammates, but will trade out the tank. And with Zoratol's going down, Koshalov finds himself with 2k into the fight, and the Skylanders is going to get the first cap.
Yeah, they didn't even use Rush in that fight, but Bonesy now holding on to that visor. Both Annihilations used. Same percentage there. Support ults kind of close on the side of the Skylanders. I think they got to take advantage of this Rush, though.
They have to make use of what they got in hand, and right now, that is the Rush. Onshore Rook forced back, just holding this point side. So Captain Rex should be able to get a nice forward angle with this Rush onto point now. Anti-nade comes onto Big Brain, but so healthy, not really going to be much of a problem. Bonesy going with the visor, but Silvertall just shuts that one right down. Now going with the beat. Seikana didn't get it though. It was a nice shield from Onshore Rook to make sure the shield didn't get the beat, and Koshalov is going to clean it up with the help of the nano boost from Yarn Ball. Both support ults used. It was actually 4 ults used by the Skylanders, but they win the fight. And honestly, I think you'll take it.
Yeah, they're looking for the reverse sweep here, and I think they didn't use Rush fast enough. They like took too long. The ults built too fast for the Skylanders.
Yeah, and Seikana already down. Koshalov once again getting the
Big
first
sleep.
pick. This guy is crazy on these hit scans.
The battle of the Cassidys continue as we're going to the final point for this map. The Skylanders clawing back.
Let's look at the stats. Koshalov is 24-4, and Nesquik is 17-7, with pretty much the same amount of damage here. Koshalov is like diffing this guy right now.
I was saying in the captain's room. I was saying in the captain's room, Koshalov largely underrated as a player. I think he's really good.
He's more than just the Junkrat, as we've seen on this map so far. Moving on to the last point now, Seikana already down. Big Brain in a lot of trouble. Onshore Rook walking with this Annihilation is going to back it up a little bit. Just go back to point, make sure that Nesquik falls down. And so they are really close to this first cap. Do get it, but Big Brain trying to keep this fight going. It's a nice sleep from Yarn Ball, but gets woken up immediately. Not sure how that happened. That mistake is going to cause them to lose the fight. 12% gain, but the Keyblade Master is going to get more.
Yeah, just the later ram won them that fight there. I thought for sure the Skylanders were going to take that because they got the early pick on the Seikana, but no. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, and something I don't know, Nesquik has swapped over to the Sim. This is something we've seen many times from this guy in the past, the Sim counter swap mid-map. One of his specialties, I would say. So we'll see if that's just the change that the Keyblade Masters needed to stave off this reverse sweep here and go up 2-1 in the series. But Koshalov once again getting the first pick. Seikana using the spree in the backline to no avail. Sai is going to shut that down. Big Brain now, nowhere really to go, but back to the spawn room. And so the flip going to come right back. No ultimates used, 0 for 1, and they get the flip.
Koshalov is definitely the MVP of this map. Win or lose, he's the MVP of this map. Like, he is doing work on the Cassidy right now.
Yeah, absolutely generational performance putting in here by the former Junk OTP. Moved over to the Cassidy. Ultimates in hand. Both teams going to come up on both support ultimates as well as one DPS. The big wall is there for Nesquik, but Big Brain is so low. It's actually Onshore Rook that falls down first though, and with the help of the beam should be enough. Bonesy going with the nano
They're going for it.
Change the fight. I don't think this is the play you want to make.
Oh no!
And now they got to run. 80%, these staggers would be killer at the end of this map. Even though they have here, someone's got to touch the point. I don't know who's going to get there. Onshore Rook walking up down main, but they don't have any speed. Who can touch the point? No one can. And the Keyblade Masters, they stave off the reverse sweep to take map number 3 and move on to match point in our series.
What a map. The lack of speed biting them in the butts at the end there, but it was crazy performance from both Cassidys in this situation.
What a series this has been so far. The Keyblade Masters, you know, they do just enough to make sure that they don't lose there, and they move on to match point in the series. We'll see if the Skylanders have any more left in them, or if the Keyblade Masters can finish it off in 4. Don't go anywhere, though, after a short little break. Batman 04 coming up.
These beats are the purest. Prove it, prove it.
Welcome back, everybody, to Overwatch Clash Season 11, map number 4. Keyblade Masters up 2-1, looking to close it out here as the Skylanders choose to take us over to Midtown. Interesting pick for the hybrid, we thought, Dish, right? We were talking about it a little bit in the break.
Yeah, it is very interesting. We would think the Skylanders would want to look at like more of a rush-oriented map, less pokey maybe, because the Malgo is just working out really well for them. But then we were talking about a little bit, maybe they're going to a Mercy comp with maybe a pocketed hit scan or something like that. And we do have other developments in this match, if you want to
Yes, as
touch on that.
it appears we're going to have a very late ringer. Apologies again for the ringer screen not working, so I'm just going to have to share it with you. We're going to have Mardox ringing on DPS for Nesquix, I believe.
Yeah, it might be a hit. I mean, Marduk's very good player. Don't get me wrong, but Nesquix was going pretty hard on the Cassidy last map, so it'll be interesting to see how they adapt. We'll see how it goes for the Keyblade Masters. Maybe an advantage for the Skylanders. We don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Also, the roster is going back to what we saw on Circuit Royale with Maneki in on support, as well as AO in on DPS, as well as the tank swap. So Silvertall's back on tank, Big Brain back on support, and Yarnball back on DPS.
Yeah, and we have to touch on the bans a little bit. Silvertall's Zarya got banned out. Silvertall's looked very good on the Zarya, running down some people on circuit.
Wait, really?
It is the Malga on defense too. Very interesting. And the on-run.
I don't believe this is a very good Malga map at all. My personal preference, I think this map is kind of horrible for Malga.
No, maybe King's Row or something, or
I think King's Row is better, personally.
A little better, yeah. But the Sigma coming out.
Look at this comp here for the Skylanders. Malga, Mercy, On-Run, Soldier. What is this?
A comp of all time. Reaper was banned out, so Bonesy cannot play Reaper. That's something to note.
Sure, and I guess the Soldier with a Mercy pocket, right? That's a classic duo.
It's a Mercy pocket, you know. And his Soldier was doing really well on those maps, so let's see what he can do. Oh my god, Ancho works so low.
In a lot of trouble. This is kind of the problem, especially playing into the sick Mizuki here for the Keyblade Masters. It's just going to be so tough for them just to deal with that. But actually a huge stop from Onshore Rook. Silvertalls just didn't quite realize where he was. Onshore Rook with a nice 2k. So maybe the Malga, works better than I thought.
Yeah, good swing back there. Onshore Rook got so low. Healed up by the Mercy and the Kiri. Got the res back up. Now they're sitting comfortably waiting for the next fight. Marduk's already 60% to his ultimate.
Yeah. A Yarnball going in with that dance should be able to just survive for now. Just causing a little bit of poke. And it's actually Sai opening it up here for the Keyblade Masters. Mardux is taking the slide over to this high ground angle. Should be able to cause all sorts of problems here. And Big Brain, a nice little 2k. The rest of the Skylanders to fall. And so after one good fight, the Keyblade Masters do get the first cap here with about 2 minutes 30.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if there's going to be any swaps out from the Skylanders. It's an interesting comp to say the least. Your Malga has to kind of be aggressive with your on-run. If not, your on-run's kind of just left to dry.
I mean, the on-run and the Malga, once again, that's a combo, right? The on-run can burn. The burn synergy is there. So it's like, in theory, these two kind of work, but as a whole, this comp to me is just struggles a lot, especially when they go with the huge flux here by Silvertalls. The overclock from Mardox thrown in as well, so not really too much that the Skylanders can do, even with Maneki using that Valkyrie.
And some exiting picks here on the side of the Keyblade Masters, as they're kind of struggling to find out what to do into this comp.
I mean, this is the comp here for the Keyblade Masters is just super standard, like meta comp that we've seen a lot in pro play, with this Sigmizu plus the Shion. But Bonesy gonna get a first pick on to Big Brain. Kitsune Rush as well. is going to stabilize them here. And so they do get a fight win, cost them only one ult to do it, and they still have some ults in the bank.
Yeah, that was good. I think a lot of this is on Bonesy right now, especially with the Mercy Pocket. With the damage boosts, got to do a lot of heavy lifting. Now coming into this fight, got some ultimates coming up. There's both support ults coming on for the Highlands or Highlands, the Skylanders.
Contra Rook, though, in a lot of trouble. Vermilion Assault coming in, looking for one, and Mardox does get taken down by the ensuing burn. It's actually a 2k for Yarnball. The spree came out from AO, but there's not really any targets for it, as no one else from the Skylanders is there. It's a nice res from Maneki to get Ansha Rook back in this fight. Silvertall's the only one left, and nowhere for him to go in the staircase. And so, once again, another nice fight for the Skylanders.
Honestly, just like a great off angle from Bonesy there, just kind of shooting them from the back. They couldn't really do anything. They were just stuck on the stairs.
Look at this
and
angle
now,
he's got. It's a crazy little angle he has to shoot the.
It is a good angle there, yeah.
The spot. With
but
the
now, three ults.
Well, so.
3 ults coming.
The flux
Keyblade Masters
was so huge the last time. So we'll see if Silvertalls can get another nice flux here as well. Big Brain getting the first huge crucial pick onto Bonesy should set them up nicely. Mardox going with this overclock actually before the flux has come out. Just looking for shots in the back line is going to be a fine hit, but it's a huge flux from Silvertalls. Going to lift up the remaining members of the Skylanders, but nobody's on the card.
Gotta push the card. Oh no. I mean, there will be another fight.
Look where AO is. AO is all the way
AO's dead.
AO pushed up way too far, and this fight it was so good for the Keyblade Masters, but AO just pushing up really far. Nobody's on the cart, and so now Ansha Rook gets the ability to use his cage.
Be careful.
You know, the Sanctuary layered in, trying to keep Silvertalls alive, is going to be able to do so. So nice stabilization there, preventing any further damage, and AO is back. So once again, 5v5 fight here for both teams. Bonesy has the visor going over top. Kitsune Rush as well. Bonesy dropping down. Rock doesn't quite connect onto the soldier, and so it means that this visor should be ripping through, getting as much kills as possible. Big Brain a little late on this Kitsune Rush. You're probably going to want that one back.
Yeah, I was a little late there for the rush. Already 2 people down. Your tank was just picked. Bonesy coming up with a big ultimate there. And now, there's only 45 seconds on the clock. That should be last fight.
Yeah, and crucially with Big Brain using the ult, right? The ult economy isn't even that in favor of the Keyblade Masters, so they're in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, I mean, Silvertalls had a few big fluxes, but no, it's gonna die. No. Sigma's dead early with 95 to ults.
And crucially, Big Brain swapped off the Kiri, so you can't cleanse away the burn anymore.
Yeah. I wonder if they just wanted speed just to try to take a fast fight there, but now someone's gonna have to touch.
They'll have one opportunity here.
Yeah, they'll have a touch.
Could definitely get one touch here with the shift if they choose to go that way.
They're going around on the left side.
Yeah, it's actually just going to be Silvertalls. They're just going to drop underneath. This is a super dangerous fight now for the Keyblade Masters, and Big Brain already down early. Ansha Rook slamming onto point is going to get fluxed up by Silvertalls and taken down. So the flux is huge, but Bonesy has found one, and the red Maneki is there. Mardox overclock, last hope, gets one shot onto the Mercy, looking for anything else. Doesn't going to be able to do so, and Ansha Rook back from the dead is going to clean him up, and it's a huge second point hold here for the Skylanders.
Yeah, very good hold. I think they played that very well. We were putting a little question marks up on the comp, but I think they played that perfectly. They just put their soldier on the off angle, had a little mercy pocket on it, and then he just wreaked havoc while Yarnball was going in with Onshore Rook, burning everyone. Some slip-ups by the side of the Keyblade Masters, especially in the alt side, but you know, this is still anyone's map.
I mean, if there's any point where you're going to get held, it's Midtown second, right? Like,
yeah,
that is
right. That's true.
One of the most defensive points in all Overwatch, so it wouldn't be shocking if a hold were to happen there. And something else I'd like to point out, like you said, Bonesy on the off angle with this Mercy Pocket, it's really, really hard for the Keyblade Masters to deal with. You know, when I've seen pro teams play the Mauga into the Sigma, and essentially the way to beat it is just controlling more angles, right? If you have the soldier on one side, the Malga on another, the Onron on another, you can only shield one of them. And so wherever
Right.
you are, you're going to get shot in the back. And with no speed, right? Captain Rex on the Mizuki, no speed means you can't even rotate to kind of take those angles. And the Mercy Pocket means that Mardox can't even go like 1v1 Bonesy because he's just going to lose to the Mercy Pocket.
Yeah, I saw a few times they sent like 3 after him, but he just kind of ran away.
He just
So it's like,
and then
like they couldn't
your
really do
tank is
anything.
just dying.
And then your tank is 3v2ing, so it is a hard thing to deal with. I get why they banned the Mercy earlier.
Yeah. This Bonesy Maneki duo right now is putting so much work. Yarnball actually going in early there. Gets
So
a little
aggressive.
bit low, but should be able to survive. Onshore Rook, trying to get out. This hiding in this little corner here has to use the cardiac overdrive. Should be able to survive. And actually, I know we're talking about these angles, and Bonesy has managed to cross over here and is already on this off angle.
Yeah, I look out for the right side because they're doing their little flank.
And Mardock's already in a lot of trouble. Bonesy gonna get there, and now he's just able to shoot up on this back. With the help of the healing plus this Mercy Pocket, there's no way he's going down. Silvertoll's in a lot of trouble on the other side of the map. Nowhere for the Sigma to go. 50 HP, gonna go down to the Onron. And so the off-angle help from Bonesy, they finally clear it out, but it's just too late. It's only Mardox and Big Brain alive. Maybe, though. Mardox, crucial shots. As soon as I say it's done, Mardox actually just gets him right back into it.
Yeah, it was 2v2 there, but I'm sure Rick was pretty low and just took a shot to the face.
Bones got to be careful not to stagger too much here.
I think he is.
Yeah, it goes down. And I spoke too soon. Mardox, he clutched that up.
Yeah, it was a big clutch there. I really thought it was going the way of the Skylanders, but some key picks there by Mardox. Coming in for this one map, maybe 2.
Maybe 2 not warmed up, but guess doesn't need to be, right?
Yeah.
The
The attack is all he needed.
Yeah, that was a good enough warm up. Now he's locked in.
As the pocket, okay, right when we say it, Caster Curse.
Caster Curse on Mardox.
Caster Curse.
Locked in, dead instantly. Sai gonna get traded. So still an opportunity. Big Brain using the Container Rush. Other side. Onshore Rook in a lot of trouble here. He is trying to slide away. Isn't gonna be able to survive. Vermilion Assault, though, in the backline from Yarnball should do enough this time, actually, to get the cap. Mardox is back, but this time he's 1v4ing without any help, and Onshore Rook is fully healthy.
Yeah, they did get some picks there, so they had to use some ults they probably didn't have to use if they didn't use that rush there, so not the worst thing. And now we go into the dreaded second point. The cart pushed like barely past the underpass, so they have a pretty strong hold there. With the Sigma on the high ground, this might be a little hard to take over.
Yeah, Bonesy actually rotated over to this long angle. It's not an angle you see too much from the attacking side, as he kind of just gets shot out by this high ground, and Ao actually on this Freya is going to cause some problems. This little hit scan look, and so Yarnball, finding that the hard way with the help of Captain Rex as well.
Yeah, I think this point is going to be hard for the Skylanders. There's not a lot of... It's hard to gate angles on the high ground if everyone's just kind of standing up there in the same spot. And there's a Sig shield, so... I'm interested to see how... They just got to go fast and kind of catch them off guard, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Bonesy has the visor in hand. We saw on defense he was playing towards kind of where Mardox is right now in that stairwell. So he kind of needs to make sure he gets over there, to take that off angle. He's actually Yarnball going over there as well. He's just walking down main. Sanctuary out in response. It's a nice Sanctuary to completely counteract the visor. And actually Onshore Rook's going to go down first to the overclock.
There, though.
Following up. Ao does get traded.
Bonesy won!
But Bonesy falling to the Sojourn Disruptor shot. It's a 3K from Mardox. And another nice hold for the Keyblade Masters.
They almost did that very well. Onshore Rook dying early is unfortunate, but Yarnball got a lot of damage up on the high ground, and it was just a little too late that Bonesy came out, who is swept over to the main now.
interesting swap. I don't think Bonesy was the one that played May on circuit at all. Cage coming out from onshore Rook. Silvertall's actually caught inside, and Big Brain gonna walk into it. I don't think that's where he wanted to be. It's a ginormous Vermilion Assault from Yarnball, just gonna catch every single member down, and the res is there. Silvertall's, this stagger is huge onto the Sigma, and now it truly is desperation for the Keyblade Master. Sigma, the only ult, I mean, one of the only ults they have. Big Brain, Kitsune Rush, but Sai gonna go super early with it. Big Brain has to use it, but can anyone touch the point? Marduk sliding in, block out though from Bonesy to stay alive. Flux is there, misses everybody, only hit the charging Malga, so not what they needed to get done from that one. Ancha Rook though, super low, gonna go down. Hey yo, not a lot of health, but just gonna be able to survive long enough. The res once again there from Maneki, but it might be a little too late. So the Keyblade Masters miraculously hold.
Wait?
Maybe.
I mean, it's
still
over.
3.
Okay, now it's over. No. No. There's no way. It looked like Sigma was on the point there. How does that happen? I was gonna say Mardox did insane things there. How was Mardox living that whole time? Yeah, because he just gets up on the high ground, goes behind, gets insane.
Oh my god.
That
might be one of the worst. That might be the worst scene I've ever seen. I'm not even joking. That might be the worst scene I've ever seen in my life.
It's the first week, and it's probably the worst CD9 in the season, maybe?
I'm speechless.
I don't know what to say. I think we just gotta go to break.
I'm gonna need some time to recover from that one. The Keyblade Masters do as well. Looked like they had the series wrapped up, but the Skylanders, they get their map win anyway. How they get it done. Take us to map number 5 coming up after a short little break. Don't go anywhere. More Overwatch Clutch continues after this.
These beats are the purest. Roll it, roll it.
Welcome back, everybody, to Overwatch Clash Season 11. It is only week number 1, and we already have an incredible series. One, for the entire season. Map number 5, Shadow Island Skylanders and Kokomo Keyblade Masters. As we go over to Runasapi for all the marbles, it's going to be the Soldier ban actually picked first. First ban for the Keyblade Masters. They didn't choose to take map, they chose ban, took the Soldier off. And the Skylanders banning the Mizuki in response.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. To me, that makes sense. For push, you don't have too many maps that you have to worry about, I think. Oh, and we're just...
we're paused right now, so yeah.
Yeah, they weren't ready, so we went in a little early, which is fine. But, yeah, the Soldier ban also makes sense. The Soldier with the Mercy Pocket was doing work in last map. Other than that, the ban on the side of the Skylanders was Mizuki, which we also thought was a pretty good ban.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Captain Rex play a lot of the Mizuki. At least there was a lot of map 1, right? Or not map 1, that last map there.
Yeah, the last map, yeah. And it was putting in work, so I think that was probably the 2 best bans that they could pick. Map pick wise, Runasapi. How do you feel about it? I don't know. I like this map.
I like it, and I think it's a really smart ban, especially because like Soldier, when you think about Soldier, push is like the best game mode for Soldier, right?
Right.
And
yeah.
Runasapi is probably, I mean, arguably the best Soldier map in the entire game.
Yeah, and then banning first it just makes it so they can't protect ban their DPS. So if they had the first ban and they chose the map, they could have just banned, who knows? It doesn't even matter. They just had the Soldier and the Mercy Pocket, because Mercy was already banned earlier in the series. So let's see what comps roll out.
Yeah, not too big a surprise with Demauga. Kind of expected this from Andre Rook throughout this series. Silvertall is going back to that Zarya. It was banned last map. And we're going to see some shakeups here because... at least roster-wise, so Koshla comes back in for the Skylanders, but on the other side, Silvertalls is actually remaining on tank with Big Brain on support. So this is the first time we're seeing Koshla in with Silvertalls on tank.
Right. All the minimum playtime requirements are met for both teams, so they could run whatever comp that they want. So Bonesy coming out on the Torb again, which, I don't know if it worked
great
much on circuit.
I'll be honest.
Yeah, on circuit wasn't that great, but on Runasapi's a little different. Maybe as onshore work just blows up.
Onshore got to be very careful. Playing into the Zarya, you can't get the healing from the burn if it just gets cleansed right from the bubbles. So really tough for him to just kind of stand in front of the tank there and take all that poke. Just gonna go down early, and the bot starting to move here for the Keyblade Masters, as they're looking to get revenge for that C9 at the end of last map.
Yeah. The thing I want to point out is there's also no speed on the side of the Skylanders once again.
Again, yeah.
So we're looking at the Ana Kiri again, trying to get some big antes. As onshore work goes in.
Yeah, Slam trying to look for Captain Rex there, but he's going to be able to hide it and survive this one. Onshore work is kind of just playing on this side of the bot here. Hopefully, just waiting for Silvertalls to hopefully back up so he can steal away. But instead, Onshore Rook just has to retreat.
Yeah, they flipped the map here, but the Keyblade Masters having the control of the bot get to kind of just move it for free until they engage.
Yeah, but Bonesy's on this huge flank here over on the Mega side. Took out Ayo, and now this Torb could be causing a lot of problems, but it's actually Onshore who goes down first. The cap, they're stalling this one out for now. And Silvertalls does go down. And so they will steal the bot away, and these could be some staggers here.
Yeah, Bonesy went in the back there and got the Juno and put so much pressure onto Mardox that Mardox had to back up into this little room in the back, and it took the Kiri out of the fight. So then Zarya was just left on point alone and just blew up.
Yeah. And so the Skylanders, they get the fight win, they don't give up the checkpoint. But ult-wise, look at it, the Keyblade Masters a little bit ahead, 4 ults online, only 3 ults coming up for the Skylanders. Koshla and Onshore Rook still a little bit far away from theirs. It's an early grab from Silvertalls, gets Psy, Yarn Ball so low, gonna go down as well to the E of Mardox. The bola thrown in by Ayo just for good measure. So the grab gonna get the work done.
Yeah, big grab there from Silvertall's onshore rook, just lasting a little longer. Koshaw running for the hills. As coming in the next fight, we have both rush on both sides. Onshore rook closing in on that cage. There looks like they're gonna get butt scratch here, which is big.
Yeah, finally onshore rook. It's been 3 minutes and still hasn't quite built up to that ultimate. So, you know, maybe once he gets that one. Bonesy, though, in a lot of trouble. Just going to get taken down by Ayo over there. Marduk's overclock as well, just forcing the rest of the Skylanders back here. They got the cap, looking for more. Yarnball, no speed to help those grandma legs get out of it. Going to get taken down late. And this push is, this lead is going to start being really significant here.
You know, I'm thinking maybe it would have been better if they kept the Mercy Pocket in play here, because Bonesy's going on these flanks kind of by himself now and doesn't have as much power as he did in the last map, which I think...
Kitsune rush very early here from the Keyblade Masters.
Early.
There's a nice one in response by Sai. A little bit later should favor the Skylanders with this one. Suzu out to counter the slam from onshore rook, but all the bubbles used from Silvertalls just to give him all the energy to beam down the Mauga. Beam invested from Captain Rex. Koshala going with the battle bot, trying to keep this fight going, look for any sort of trades. Isn't going to be able to do so successfully. 125 meters and still counting for the Keyblade Masters. The spawns do favor the Skylanders, so for now they are up 1, and Silvertall's in a little bit of danger. Nano boost onto onshore rook, just going to beam in. Not a lot of energy, but should be enough to get the fight win and stabilize there.
Yeah, Koshala getting the early pick on a big brain. After that, the Nano just kind of pushing everyone back, cleaning up.
Ayo
might get staggered here, yeah.
That's bad, because
bad stagger.
They should get forward spawn. They should, in theory, get forward
yeah, we'll
spawn,
see.
right?
It'll be very close, but I'm pretty sure they do get forward spawn.
I think they do. Which, if they didn't get forward spawn, they'd be in a lot more trouble, but still up 1 right now. So
yeah, they gotta take advantage.
But the grab, Silvertalls just goes with it super early. Marduk's had an angle onto Koshala. Is going to be able to finish off that Emre. Silvertalls a little bit low, but should be able to stable up. Bonesy is all the way on this flank, so far in the enemy's side. Gonna get taken down by Ayo. And so 2-man advantage should be converted. And only the grab invested, and they get the spot right back.
Yeah, I don't really like the double flex support look right now on the side of the Skylanders. It's just, it didn't seem like Sai has the opportunity to like flank and take off angles with their cast. Just because onshore rook's just taking so much damage.
Marduk's bubble though onto Bonesy, just gonna shut down the opposing hit scan. So a huge bubble from onshore rook. Suzu there as well. Bonesy does get traded. But once again, defenders' advantage here with the spawn room so close. Yarnball picking up another onto Ayo. And so the 1-man advantage just playing slow now. If the Keyblade Masters want to continue this fight, they're probably going to have to invest some ultimates. But Big Brain holding on to this one. Onshore rook gets nano boosted. Silvertalls does trade out Yarnball, but he's so far in the back line, he's going to get taken down.
They had to use the nano for the cleanup, which, you know, not the worst thing ever, but looking at the alts, both supports coming online for the Keyblade Masters very soon. And these grabs have to be perfect. There's still 3.5 minutes. There's still time for the Skylanders.
Continue rush out from Big Brain. The rest of the Keyblade Masters going forward. Bonesy using the high noon does help with this grab. It's a ginormous grab for onshore rook. 3 ultimates used, and the Skylanders finally going to start to get some real meters on the board here.
Yeah, they did need that, but now looking at the ult bank for the Keyblade Masters, they do have grab, and they're going to have Ray. So Koshala is going to have to come up with a big Emery ult.
And he's going to have to use it early, I think. I think if
yeah,
you wait too long, this grab is just going to win the fight.
If you could get it before Ray, that would be big.
Yeah, especially this like wide open area here. There's a chance you could use it early, catch up on the walk up. But onshore rook using a lot of the bubbles early here. The grab, it comes out before Koshala has a chance to ult, and that's just going to be the fight.
Yeah, he was stuck at like 99. Not enough poke early. I think they had to take a little more aggressive angles there, just so we could get that Emery ult online. And now coming into it, Marduk says ult as well, as they have Ray. So it's with that late.
Yeah, and maybe
Late
that's
stagger.
just thing, right? This lack of speed. It's hard for the Skylanders to walk up after these fights and take aggressive angles. Like, look at where the Keyblade Masters are playing, right? The bot is way further back, but they're taking these aggressive angles. This is what you need to do when you have the bot. Take the fight where you want it. Marduk's saying, I want to overclock from this high ground. I'm gonna pick the fight here. Coachslaw, though, he doesn't really care. He's just gonna kill the champ player.
Yeah, that's a huge pick from Coleslaw there. And now, just some cleanups coming
Let's
out.
get traded by Big Brain.
Coleslaw gets traded, but shouldn't really matter much. Coming back from spawn. Well, I mean, it might matter because they do have forward spawns here, so they didn't invest anything in that fight, which is important for the Keyblade Masters. Now they have three ults here, almost 4.
Only minute 23, right? So 1, maybe 2 fights left before overtime. Marduk's going with the overclock here, trying to look for anyone, but the Skylanders, they're just hiding out in the room. Maybe Sai, though, not as lucky. He gets shot through Onshore Rook. Little collateral there. And Coachslaw, though, battle botting response is good. Another shot onto Ayo, so it is a 2-for-1 at the end of it. Coachslaw now looking for more. Marduk sliding in, does trade out Yarn Ball, but the numbers still in favor of the Skylanders. Onshore Rook is so low, but Silvertoes is a little bit lower. Had to get out, but he is surviving with his energy.
Okay, that's big. Although their Ana is all the way in their spawn. Far spawn, and the Granny has to walk all the way over.
That is a disaster for the Skylanders. They still choose to take the fight aggressively, though. Bonesy, so low, gets bullied. Just kills Silvertoes, though, standing in front of the High Noon. He thought he could kill him. Instead, he's the one that's going to end up going down to it. Coachslaw does get traded, but with only 1 support, Onser Rook does not have enough healing to keep him alive. Bonzi looking for anything, does get the nano boost. The grandma's back just in time to keep the cast alive. 13 seconds left. And with the help of the nano boost, it's looking like the Skylanders are going to be able to win this fight, start this overtime push. They have 90 meters to go with all in overtime.
All right, we've changed from the Grandma to the Zarya. The Zarya is now coming back as fast as they can, and it looks like they will make it to the fight. They get forward spawning here.
Yeah, Kosho is actually on this this swap here to the Venture. It's a really nice swap, so they can just stall point and wait for the Zarya to get back. Onshore Rook is back. Trades for both sides, though. But the beam is going to get it done. Marduk's overclock to finish it. And that is going to be the Kokomo Keyblade Masters winning it out in map number 5 and getting the first win of the season.
Yeah, that was a very close match. I really enjoyed watching that. Just at the end there, Keyblade Masters, too many ults for them to handle. Zarya came a little late to the fight, was walking back from spawn. So overall, really good match. Very entertaining, and I'm looking forward to seeing it more from both teams.
Of course. But now, Dish, it is the best time for us, of course, because we get to decide who wins match MVP.
Match MVP. Oh, I mean, Silvertall's Zarya, very good. Very good shout there. Just looking at the rest of the team. I mean, Nesquix also did really good, but kind of left the last 2 maps, so I don't know if I could give it to them.
Yeah, I don't think I can give it to him.
don't think I can give them. My vote's for Silvertalls. I'm curious to think what you think.
I think Silvertalls is probably the answer I was gonna give. So, hopefully we can get Silvertalls in here for an interview. Hopefully. But yeah, I mean, just a great game from the tank there. Also showing the support chops as well, as always.
Yeah, always good on support, but the tank is really what stood out to me. The Zarya play was very good in this matchup here. But as we wait for them to join, I don't know. Do you have any other comments about the match? Anything you're looking forward to in the future? I mean,
it's a nice showing for both these teams, right? it's a close map, but it is week 1, right?
Oh
So,
yeah.
even though they, for the Skylanders, they weren't able to get the win. They showed a lot that I really liked about them. I thought Coach Law looked just phenomenal, in this game, as well as I think what was it? I'm forgetting. I thought Yarn Ball looked really good for the Keyblade Masters, and of course Bonesy had a lot of highlight plays. Really,
Yeah, the DPS line from Skylanders really good this series. I was thinking this before even last match when the quote quote C9. Someone told me they got booped off the card apparently with like the Malga Rush. Maybe I don't know how true that is. I have to look back at it, but
even if I mean it's a
even if
3v1,
it's the
that
C9,
cannot be happening like that.
but
It just
even
can't
with
be
that,
happening.
just thinking, I'm like, man, this is a very much a week 1 matchup. I would be very interested to see what happens in the future because like there's
Mhm.
definitely things both teams can work on, and it was so back and forth, like going from
So
the
scrappy.
Skylanders, yes, the Skylanders just kind of dominating on the push map, and then then the Keyblade Masters pushing with like 4 minutes on the clock on circuit. It was very scrappy, very back and forth. It's week 1, people got to get the jitters out. People got to, get the synergy, comms, all that stuff. But I am interested to see like how this matchup would fare in the future.
Yeah. That being said, I don't think we're gonna be able to get an interview here with Silver Talls. But that doesn't mean we're done for the night. There's actually gonna be 2 more games coming your way pretty shortly here. This one ran quite long, so there are going to be 2 more games prodded at 9 p.m. CST on the main channel here. Me and Dish are going to take the Adam and Adams versus the Big City Blockheads. And I believe on Aurora Esports MN2, we are going to have the Oregon Ogre Pond versus the Deal Sealers, brought to you by Flambo Jambo and Riddle Dog. So for now, we're going to say goodbye, but it's really more like a see you later, as we're going to start up the stream here in a bit for that second 9 p.m. game. But for now, I've been Nave for Dish. See y'all in a bit.
Bye.